Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Tuesday live stream. It is me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapio. With me, as always, my co-host who has a structured settlement, but he needs cash now. It's D-Bro, Derek Brown, the king of bros. And here we are taking your questions on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. More to come, but we got a lot of news that is breaking right now. In fact, some of it a little prophetic. If you watched yesterday's program on the Waiver Wire show, few things have come true that were predictions here. First, let's start with the Diontae Johnson trade. The Baltimore Ravens, we were trying to find who's left in terms of trade market. Like we said, the Adams is already gone. Cooper's already gone. DeAndre Hopkins already gone. Now Diontae Johnson's gone to the Ravens. So let's talk about the fallout from that, D, because this is, I think, a really good move for the Ravens, a good move for the Carolina Panthers. I bet the under on their 3.5 win total just this morning, because if you look at the rest of the schedule, it is ugly. Anyway, let's talk about this, because there's definitely winners and losers, and we have to understand, too, it's going to take a little bit of time probably for him to get acclimated to this offense. So it might not be an immediate thing, right? So it's going to take a couple weeks. So, Derek, what does the Diontae Johnson trade mean to this Ravens offense? And more importantly, what does it mean to Zay Flowers and Rachaad Bateman?
I think Rachaad Bateman stays in the role that he's been in the entire time. I think the biggest change that I think is coming for Baltimore is more 11 personnel, so less 12 personnel. So I think one of the fallouts here that I think a lot of people are immediately going to go to Diontae. What happens to him? Probably a volatile wide receiver 3, much like Amari Cooper, until he's fully ingrained in this offense. Zay Flowers probably goes from being a wide receiver 2 to a wide receiver low end until Diontae is ingrained, and then he falls back into wide receiver 3 territory. But the big guy I want to talk about here is really Mark Andrews. If you're going to run a lot more 11 personnel, the Ravens got to say, okay, unless they split the snaps for the tight ends straight down the middle, you're picking and choosing, okay, well, you're playing one tight end in these 11 personnel 3 wide sets. Who's that going to be? And I think it's going to be clearly Mark Andrews, because Isaiah Likely has done pretty much next to nothing since week 1. So I think low-key Andrews and maybe his snap share and route share rising is one of the key ways that I think people should go out and maybe try to trade for Mark Andrews, especially if people look at this as more of a ding against Andrews. But any other thoughts on the Ravens I know we want to kick this over to the Carolina side real fast.
Look, from the I don't know if the Carolina side matters, to be honest with you.
It does. But, I think it does.
Because with the prolific Bryce Young playing quarterback, or maybe Andy Dalton for another couple weeks. But look, here's what it means to me. Zay Flowers, I think, gets a little bit of a hit here for sure. I think Rachaad Bateman becomes a ghost. Like I think that's it. I think that drop was incorrigible in that moment, in that big individual game, and the Ravens are just not having it. The Ravens recognize that they are a team right now that is fighting for first place with a Pittsburgh Steelers team that is very confident and playing good football and exceeding a lot of expectations. And this is going to be the best chance the Ravens have to win a Super Bowl that they've had in the last 5 years. This is the team with Derrick Henry. You put your chips all in there. I would like to see them maybe pick up some help on the defensive side too. We'll see if they continue to make some moves, but especially in the secondary, maybe they can pick up somebody there. But overall, again, you give it a couple weeks. I think it's a lateral move for his fantasy value, just a tad, because of the style of offense and the game scripts they might be in. So I don't think it's like this huge win. If you can get somebody to overpay on Diontae Johnson, you do it. That's cool. Let's go. Other than that, I think we just kind of, tread water with that. All right. On the flip side, what do you think of the situation with now looking over at the Carolina Panthers, opening up some more target share, however uninspiring that might be?
I mean, I think it's definitely, we're going to see big bumps in target volume for Jalen Coker and Xavier Legette. And depending on your league size and stuff, both of these guys could be out on the waiver wire and they need to be picked up. I mean, is Bryce Young tossing passes to you on a weekly basis inspiring? No. But if it's Andy Dalton, this offense bounces back to a certain extent with Andy Dalton under center, then yes, it's more inspiring. And I think, like, especially in deeper league formats, Coker is a guy that should be rostered. He's popping off. He's having good games and stuff. And I think he's going to continue to ascend in this offense. And Legette, I mean, come on, Joey, what do we think? Like, he probably sees a floor of 7 targets on a weekly basis, maybe gets into the double digits moving forward. It definitely plays up.
Yeah, I mean, look, a little bit, but like I said,
I'm not saying it's sexy, but volume's volume, dude.
Volume is volume, but in this offense, I mean, it's just bad. Like, I mean, if you got Carolina Panthers left, I mean, you're you're going to have a bad time. Also having a bad time, Stefon Diggs managers, because he's going to be out for the season. So here we go. I passed on I don't have any Diggs shares personally because I didn't like the ADP. It was way too close to Nico Collins for me, and I was a Nico guy. But here we are. So Nico's not going to be ready this week. We'll see about next week. In the meantime, it's Tank Dell. And I kind of brought up John Mechie yesterday, and I know Pat kind of, laughed it off, but they've got a Thursday night football game. And Mechie played in Alabama. Mechie is a good possession wide receiver and a guy that I think can help you in the short term if you really need, a little PPR assistance. What are you looking for here in this? Again, it's a short-term fix for this Texans wide receiver group for maybe a week, maybe two.
Yeah, I think, and there's rumblings out there that Houston wants to make a move for a wide receiver, and it's kind of like when you go first pass, because I've got the teams, and as you were talking right now, I'm rolling through the teams, and I'm like, who the heck can they trade for? Like, who's even out there that, like, the only name that I can come up with that maybe is a trade target for Houston, maybe Jacoby Myers? Like, who outside of him, who would Houston be getting that's going to help them in the short term? So, like, yeah, Mechie could play some snaps. I think who you're probably going to see step up and play more snaps, and I already wrote up this game for the primer for the week, is probably Xavier Hutchinson at a 61% route share, but he's not earning targets. I think the bigger thing is what we're looking at for the stretch run, and there is rumblings out there that Nico Collins could be back. I mean, Nico Collins rest of the season, assuming he's healthy, like what is he, like top 3 wide receiver
this week? I mean,
but when he comes back, Joey, so that's okay. Would say that's
no, he's already a wide receiver. He's a top 10 wide receiver anyway.
No, but like top 5, top 3, possibly rest of season.
Top 3, but definitely top 10.
I mean, he's going to get a 30%
I know
share rest of season.
I know a wide receiver on a 2-6 team that maybe could be available. Why don't you call up the Jets, see if Devontae Adams isn't busy, if he wants to go to the Houston Texans.
Move him again.
One more thing to get to, and then we're going to get to your questions here on the live stream because we know we're here to get your questions answered. We'll talk about that in a second. But another big piece of news, Anthony Richardson is not the starter, at least this week. It's going to be Joe Flacco. This is the business of football. So I know everyone hates it, and all the dynasty nerds out there are crying into their sleeper app right now. But I don't care. Like, this is what you do to try to stay relevant and win some football games, because I think you're looking at the AFC and looking at the landscape. So the teams you thought were going to be in that mix, they might not be, and Houston continues to have these injuries, right, befall them. So yeah, did you make the investment in Richardson? Is he still your long-term plan? I think so. But for the next 3 or 4 weeks, for the next month of football, you got to see if you can get some wins. And I got to say, from a fantasy perspective, at least in redraft, I'm excited about this. I'm excited for all my Michael Pittman shares to have life again, and this offense overall to start moving the football, because Joe Flacco won games. And I hate to break it to you, Richardson looks terrible. And also, unfortunately, Richardson looks defeated. And that is something you cannot have. That combination is bad. So I know we disagree on this, which is going to be fun. Mm-hmm. I want to hear your point of view. Tell everybody what you think about this move the Colts have made.
I think this is Jim Irsay has Jim Irsay written all over it. And I think this is a terrible move for a franchise for now and for the future. Like, I understand that Joe Flacco has looked better. I'm not telling anybody that Anthony Richardson has looked amazing. But what did you think about this as a franchise when you drafted the kid? You knew he didn't have a lot of starts. You knew that he needed to play. You knew he was raw coming in, and you knew it was going to take time, and there were going to be a lot of bumps along the way. And if that's not what all the coaching staff and Jim Irsay were expecting, when they were lying to themselves. So making this move, this is the playbook of how you mid. To me, this is the playbook of how you crush a young quarterback's confidence. Like, benching him when arguably, like, look, I know he's got a lot of bad film this year. I get that. You go back and you look at last week's film, his wide receivers did him no service last week. They dropped a lot of catchable balls. They had bad game in their own right. I'm not saying that Richardson's played good, but to me, this is how you capsize a young quarterback, take away his confidence.
Bro, he already did it himself. He was crushed already on the sideline. He was crushed at the press conference already. All this is see, this is business. This isn't personal right now. And if you can't handle this, you can't handle this, then you ain't not for long, as Scott Bogman likes to say. That's what NFL stands for, right? You're not going to last in this league. This is a business decision. And you know what? I think it's a good one. And you and I agree on a lot of things. I completely disagree on this. AFC East is AFC East is a wasteland. 6-2 Bills.
You mean
everybody else stinks. Hold on, I'm getting there. So everybody thought the Jets and everybody thought the Dolphins were going to be in the playoffs. They ain't playoff teams, okay? The Chiefs are 7-0, fine. The Broncos are 5-3. Are you that worse of a team than the Broncos? Maybe. Offensively, no. You can outscore the Broncos. I'm looking at the Chargers. Again, they're 4-3. If you're the Colts, you're sitting at 4-4, and you're looking at the AFC North, and the Bengals have a worse record than you, and so do the Browns. You are very much in this thing. You are very much in the playoff mix. And if you play well for the next 4 weeks, you are going to be in that wild card conversation because the AFC is underwhelmed this year. I totally get this. I understand it.
And that does what for you in the next 2 years, though? Like, Joe Flacco does what for you next year or the year after that? Like, what if you get a wild card? So what? That's exactly how you did.
You have a head coach here who went to the playoffs in his first year last year with Gardner Minshew as quarterback. And you know what? You went back to Richardson this year, and maybe Richardson is just raw tools, and he's just a glorified version of Trey Lance at the end of the day. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but maybe he is. Maybe he is. All right, let's get to your questions. Again, that's the news of the day. Make sure you follow us at fantasypros.com for more of the breakdowns. If you need more breakdowns on all this from a fantasy standpoint, we've always got you covered here at Fantasy Pros. Let's move on to the questions. And we've got the super chats back. So we're going to guarantee the first 10 minutes of the show, we'll get all the super chat questions answered. We can't guarantee we get to all of them like on the Sunday stream. Again, there's just so many sometimes, but the first 10 minutes, we're going to get them. So if you've got super chat questions, this is the time to make sure you get them in under the deadline. Let's go to Miranda's question here. I got offered this trade, Amari Cooper and Travis Etienne for Brian Robinson Jr., Tyrone Tracy, and Elijah Moore. The ATM piece is the stumbling block for me. I'm just concerned about the health.
That's a tough one. I don't know what his rest of season outlook is for. I mean, Tank is going to be the early down guy. ETN you're looking at as what, passing down guy, and now what could be a broken offense, Joey? Like, I mean, Kirk is out for the year. Gabe Davis is hurt. Brian Thomas Jr. I'm sorry, Dougie P. Ain't nobody believing that you got an MRI for a bruise in your chest, so you can miss me with that. Yeah, I'm probably not.
Here's the thing. I look at this trade like, unless I am flush with running back, like, and I'm desperate for wide receiver.
And Tracy's the starter for the Giants now moving forward. I mean, I think he unequivocally answered that last night.
Basically I don't like it, to be honest with you. I'd rather have the running back depth. But if you are flush at RB, or you've got CMC coming back and you're like, no, I'm all in, I need Cooper, then that's okay. Let's get to another one here. Let's go to Justin's question. Hey, guys, drop Komet for Njoku. Who would you drop, Chubb for Tillman or Warren? Let's do the Njoku Komet one. Who do you want?
Njoku.
Okay, he still has a bye to go too, Justin, just so you know. And who would you drop, Chubb or Tillman? Chubb for Tillman or Warren? I'm not dropping Chubb for Tillman, but I'm picking up Tillman. I'm
picking up Tillman. I agree. I'm not dropping Chubb. I mean, his workload increased exponentially, and this can be a better offense moving forward.
What do you think of that straight up too? Like, if you're a running back team that, like in terms of two teams that have surplus, do you think Tillman for Chubb is actually a fair trade? Like, what side in a vacuum do you want to be on? Probably, like, is this the ultimate sell high on Tillman because he's had 2 touchdowns and it can't possibly get better than that?
Could be. I mean,
I know the schedule stuff on Chubb. He's got the Steelers twice, got KC in there. Like, it's not the greatest schedule.
But running backs are so hard to find that are going to get the kind of volume. Like, how many running backs can you say are going to get 15 touches on a weekly basis? Maybe sniff 20. Like, that's the hard part for me.
Would you rather have Pittman or Tillman rest of season now that Flacco's playing again?
Pittman. I mean, just because the upcoming, and we talked about this in the waiver wire show, so people need to go check that out. But the upcoming schedule for Cedric Tillman is pretty freaking brutal, man.
Well, I mean, but Chubb's the same team, but
but then you're going to lean on the run a little bit.
Steelers are good against the run. The KC is good against the run. Like, it's tricky for sure. Kyle Flynn lost Diggs and Godwin back to back. Oh no!
Oh man, Kyle, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, man. I have PPR. Who do I pick up out of Shakir, Downs, or Coleman? I think Coleman's that guy, don't you think? Coleman 1, Downs 2.
I think it's Coleman 1, Downs 2.
And then
you could even, I mean, you could flip flop them now with Flacco under center. I mean, I don't either way. I mean, I think those are the 2 top priorities. You put in similar bids, and whoever you get is who you get.
Who's a better RB handcuff, Allen, Davis, Corm, or Vidal? I think if you're talking about system, it's Corm.
Yeah, it's Corm or Vidal. I mean, take your pick. J.K. Dobbins, the other thing that I want to highlight to people is his tackle breaking metrics have looked they're not trending in the right way. So as the volume is piling up, I think we could see more Kamani Vidal down the stretch.
All right, let's go to Dredis here. And go Joey and D, bro. Thanks for winning my week with me. Tillman, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Which QB to stream this week? Full PPR, Darnold, Cousins, or Bo Nix? Is Stafford not out there? Dredis, Stafford against Seattle is the number one guy. Let's say,
or it's Cousins, dude. Cousins against Dallas. That game is going to go off, and Dallas's secondary is bad.
A guy who plays video games, just shouting out there.
It's Kyler Murray's burner. Let's go.
Kyler Murray. It's so nice to see you. How was the new Call of Duty? Abraham Beanstalk. I have Johnson. Should I try to trade him or start him? You put him on the block and see what you can get. But I mean, you can't start him this week necessarily unless you're really in a bad shape.
Every league probably has a Ravens homer. So see if you can go deal into him.
There you go. Some have two. Jesse J. Happy Tuesday. Please stick to Wilson, Tillman, Hopkins. If Brooks is back, is he worthy of a start this week? No to the Brooks question.
No to the Brooks question. And
you
I
know
don't
what?
know if he's back.
We're almost, remember everyone laughed at me when I said you can't even think about Brooks till maybe double-digit weeks? Well, guess what? We're in week 9. And we can't even think about him yet. So I know nobody wants to hear this stuff. Like, I'm the cold, hard truth around these parts. And nobody wants to hear it sometimes. I get it. The truth isn't fun. The truth isn't always sexy. It's not a good time. Nobody wants to hear the truth. We go. But this is it. This is what happens sometimes. Mm-hmm. Wilson, Tillman, Hopkins. Who do you want to play?
Is the truth done?
The truth is free, my friend.
For this, I mean, it's going to be Wilson and probably Hopkins for me. I like Tillman, but I think Hopkins gets a bump in playing time. Okay. I think that's a very interesting conversation, though. Hopkins.
All right, let's go to Drew's question here. I'm proposing a trade to give up Pitts and Pearsall for McBride and Jonnu. If he says no, should I just offer Pitts and Pearsall for McBride?
I mean, I wouldn't worry about Jonnu. Just go ahead and offer for McBride.
Yeah. I mean, if you need the
Jonnu is a nothing piece. Like he's
but if you're trying to cover buys, I get it. Like that's fine.
I would just stream whoever. Doesn't matter.
All right. Also, by the way, we've got some fun going on here around these parts. Last time I checked, we've got more good times with Knockout right now. So Knockout takes luck, injuries, and bad drafts out of the equation. So this is a new fun thing we've been promoting here on the shows. You get to set a new lineup every week. So no more busted drafts, no more season-killing injuries like our good friend just had where he lost Godwin and Diggs and life is terrible. Not with Knockout. It's great. Pick a new lineup every week, but you can only use each player one time. That's the catch. The lowest score is eliminated every week. Winner takes all. Unlike traditional fantasy leagues, you don't have to be the best. You just have to avoid being the worst. So pick your strategy and do your best to survive. The link to sign up for Knockout is in the description right there. So I hope you go check that out today. All right, let's get to more questions here. We'll get to as many as we can today, as always. Let's go to Frey's question. Pick up Stafford or Knicks for AR. Is JSN droppable? I don't think JSN is droppable.
JSN is not droppable, but yes, pick up Stafford and drop AR.
Stafford. All the Stafford. Talked about it yesterday on the show.
2 fantastic matchups in the next 3 weeks, people. He's going to crush.
As long as he's got Kupp and Puka healthy. And
who knows how long he's got lasts. A steady 2-liter bottle of Puka juice. He's good to go.
That's all you need. PPR. Send Tillman, Rachaad White to get Olave. No. Hard pass for me, bro.
Why not?
Because
he's gonna get 10 to 12 targets on a weekly basis, Joey.
Yeah, but Tillman might get close to that, and Rachaad White is a running back right now that's got a clear path.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, this kind of depends on your running back situation.
Week 12, week 14 suck on bye weeks. I want bodies, and I understand. Like if you were saying you were,
I want bodies from Joey.
I want body. I do hot body. No, what I want is players who are available. And to be honest, like even Olave is again 1,200 yards and 5 touchdowns, right? That's like his projection in my brain every year. He's good. But if you're moving Tillman and Rachaad White, I think you need to get something a little better than Olave. I don't think he's like.
I think Olave is being undervalued. I think that's where we divide a little bit.
I'd rather have Higgins rest of season than Chris Olave. Hot take.
Ooh, even with the quad injury now, and maybe
he has
a game
12 fantasy points. He's 12th in fantasy points per game. You love that. You love fantasy points per game. He's 12th this year.
I do, but I don't like his injuries and the continued issue.
He got one. He's already said he's good. He's fine. He almost played this week.
Yeah,
maybe he should have. Awesome, Dev. Hi, bros. My team has a wide receiver issue in full PPR. I need to start 2 and a flex. I have Diontae Johnson, McLaurin, Amari Cooper, DJ Moore. Is DJ dependable wide receiver 1? I wouldn't say dependable.
I wouldn't say dependable.
I'm not starting Diontae this week. I'm starting
Nope.
Amari, DJ, and McLaurin. That's it. Period. Let's wait and see.
And McLaurin and DJ Moore are the first 2 picks out of that.
It's hard to walk in and pick up a playbook. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Dude, it is. And Amari Cooper, I mean, even 62% route share. So he's trying, but it takes time, people.
Here's Abraham again. I have Evans, Johnson, Hill, and Dobbs. Who should I start this week? Should I pick up any other players, if any, in the half? Evans, well, Mike Evans is...
Oh, you're not playing him. I mean, Evans is not going to be out there. Diontae is a volatile, probably wide receiver 4 this week. I mean, you're obviously playing Tyreek and...
You're playing Tyreek and Dobbs.
I mean...
You have to start DJ, you can. But, I mean, Tillman's available in 80% of leagues. Go pick him up.
If Tillman's out there, if Downs is out there in about 50, 55% of leagues, I mean, he's only rostered in about half the leagues out there. So if he's out there, pick him up and play him over Dobbs.
Peter's question. Thanks for all the hard work, bros. I have Neighbors, Wilson, Olave, Hopkins, Shakir. Should I drop any of those dudes for Tillman? I would drop Shakir in a second for Tillman.
Yeah, I would do that. I don't know in a second. Like it would take me a minute. Okay, it took me 30 seconds here. It'll take me a minute to sit here and drop
0 seconds. 0 seconds.
I would try to trade Shakir before I drop them, but we'll see.
Zach Zaruba. Hey pros, PPR league. Would you trade Kincaid and Pittman for Kittle? No.
Yes.
I'm just
dude. He's the tight end 1 overall this season, and what's stopping that? Like, assuming he's healthy.
I was gonna say, how healthy is he always? Like, that's another guy too. You're talking about health. Shout out to D-Bro on the Tillman call. Oh wait, D-Bro on the Tillman call?
Oh, would you? Oh, sorry. The truth needs.
I mean,
no. Hold on.
You were on board.
Hold on. I want to give some truth here. I want to get some truth.
Who mentioned his name on any of our shows is this bald-headed, beautiful man right here.
I want to spit some truth. I was just about to sit here and lay you up for it, Joe.
Go ahead, lay me up, because Thomas
2 weeks ago, you brought him up 2 weeks ago on a live stream. It was Tuesday or Thursday.
2 weeks.
You mentioned
Tuesday
as a pickup, especially we talked about it in Dynasty, and if he's floating out there to pick him up, I'm gonna give you your due as well. Yes,
I can buy
the truth was right. There we go.
God Lord. In all fairness, D-Bro did tell everybody also with me on Sunday to start him everywhere. And we were shocking a lot of people with our love for the start against Baltimore.
We were all over Otten and we were all over Tillman.
And I told everybody I had him in 3 leagues and I'd be starting in all 3.
I had him as my wide receiver 30 in ranks. So
all right, rank these guys as stashes. Pop Douglas, Legette, Thielen, McMillan, and Elijah Moore. Yeah, Thielen's coming back soon too. That's another piece to think about. I like Elijah Moore the best of these by far.
Ugh.
Last 2 weeks he's seeing targets though. You talk about volume being king. I think it's more for me as number 1 with a ball.
It's McMillan and Legette for me. I don't trust any part of the
until Thielen comes back and he's Bryce Young's best friend again. You know what you do? Add Thielen, stick him on your IR too, because you can. He's full now. If you have an IR, yeah. Well, whatever. He's Abram again. Should I drop Mason and pick up Brown half PPR?
No, you're not dropping Mason. I mean, I still don't have a lot of faith. Do you have a lot of faith that we see CMC the rest of the season, week in, week out?
I don't have a lot of faith in it, but we're gonna find out. So
I wouldn't drop Mason. I would try to trade him for something to the CMC team.
Yeah, that's what I would do. King Fan, would you drop Stroud for Stafford or Darnold?
I wouldn't do that, but I get it. I would pick up Stafford because there has to be somebody on the bottom of your bench to pick up Stafford and then go play.
You know what, King Fan? If you're a team that's fighting for your life right now, you're in the middle of the pack, right? I start streaming QBs, and this is the best week to start against Seattle with Stafford. I'm in. Let's go. I already talked about it. I'm in. Let's go to Danny's question. Hey, bros, rest of season half PPR. Would you rather have Diontae Johnson or Legette after the trade? I'd rather have Diontae Johnson. One plays with an actual quarterback.
Diontae, you're going to have some slow ramp-up weeks, but, I mean, he could be a stretch run league winner.
Oh, look, Canadian money. Dobbins, McLaurin, and Pollard for Saquon.
Seth, we need a conversion on that.
I don't think that I want if you can get Saquon for that, good for you. It's a lot to give. I mean, you're giving a lot of bodies
to give for Saquon. I mean, I would try to get like a wide receiver 3 back with Saquon.
If
I
you're in a
think that's
10-team
doable.
league that plays 2 wide receivers or some wackadoo crap like that, I'm okay with it.
No, if you're in an 8 or 10-team
Yeah.
league and you're looking for a hammer and you got plenty of nails, then yes, I agree with the move though.
Theo Danny Gaming, should I trade Tillman and McBride for Puka and Schultz?
No.
Yes, Puka is the best piece in the deal.
I mean, I don't know about Schultz. I wouldn't care about him.
Here's a fun one from Sammy. Drop Dak or Darnold for Stafford. Darnold. That Cinderella's turning into a pumpkin soon.
Yep.
Let's go to Muad. Are JMO and Jordan Addison droppable? I have Puka in my IR slot. Oh, you should have started him right away. And there are some good waivers available. Not JMO, but
you could drop Addison. Yeah, I mean Addison. I was never on the Addison train, but JMO is definitely not droppable.
So apparently the Canadian conversion is 72 cents in case you're keeping score at home. Also, this time of year, we like to give away free stuff. So the latest Trophy Smack giveaway is from our good friends over at Trophy Smack, the wall smack of your choosing. The magnetic wall plaques aren't just wall art. No. They're statement pieces that let everyone know how passionate you are about fantasy football. Whether you go with the sleek floating style or the bold poster style, Wall Smack is the perfect addition for your fan cave. So to enter right now, all you need to do is subscribe to the FantasyPros YouTube channel, drop your comments below, and ring the bell for notifications so you know if you are the big winner. All right, let's get to another one here. Next question. Oh, no, not even a question. Just super chatting. There you go. Here's another one. We've got Abraham's busy in this chat. He wants all of his questions answered.
I love
Sutton
it.
or Tillman? Half-PPR. I'm playing Tillman this week.
I'm playing Sutton this week. They get the Ravens. Bills versus Ravens.
Yeah, but Bo Nix is the quarterback.
Did you see Bo Nix last week? You talked a lot of crap. Did you see him as QB2 for the week, Joey?
I hate the fact that was the case.
Speaking the truth.
After Jordan Love got hurt and Richardson stinks and everybody's terrible. He was QB2 last week.
QB2. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna double check it. Just
seems
because
impossible.
I'm saying it. It is not impossible.
That seems impossible that he's QB2.
Oh.
I refuse to live in that world. I don't think
I'm looking. Hold on.
All right, drop Caleb for Stafford. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Daniel.
QB2 behind only Jalen Hurts in his 3 rushing scores. 29.8 fantasy points last week.
Flame Hog, drop JMO for downs and a half PPR.
No, I can't do it. I get it, but there has to be somebody else besides
I know it's all fun, like Bo Nix, haha, QB2. You think this loss sits well with the Ravens? You think this defense isn't going to take out their frustrations on Bo Nix?
I get it.
I'm telling you right now, Harbaugh and this team, they're gonna take it out on the incoming Denver Broncos this week. Let me tell you.
You gotta have healthy bodies to take it out, though.
That's fine.
Waterboys ain't gonna do it.
Drop McMillan for downs. Yes.
Do that. Easy. Yes.
Done. How much fab do I spend on Xavier Legette? I'm the Flowers manager.
10%. I see 8 to 10. Probably get him with that.
Awesome, Dev. Love the Tillman call, Joe and Derek. Derek too.
Yeah.
Got him in one, but
Awesome knows the truth. He's in Discord. He knows what's
Awesome knows. I haven't played in a league with Awesome too. I think. Is he a weekly starter? If so, how much fab? I don't know if he's a weekly starter completely. Depends on your team. He's at least flex worthy, if not wide receiver 3 worthy in most leagues right now.
Yeah,
with the way things are structured.
Agreed.
And I went back actually this afternoon because I wanted to let me watch all the Cedric Tillman moments, and I did, and I was impressed. I mean, he was tough to guard. He was able to get by that secondary. He created space. Like, he did everything that you wanted him to do, and he didn't drop anything. Like, all the things that you want out of him, he showed you. So
as far as fab, I think the opening bid is probably about 12 to 15%, and you're probably going to go 15 to 20. Yeah, I think you're going to have to go
after
20, maybe north of 20.
I think you got to go way north of 20. I think it's 25.
I agree, especially in competitive leagues. You're going to have to.
But look, there's not a lot of guys left that are going to move the needle. You want to empty the clip on him, empty the clip on him. Like, I don't care.
I get it.
At this stage, we're in week 9.
I mean, we are reaching the fantasy crescendo.
This is it. Zach Johnson, trade away Robinson Jr. and McBride for Cooper and Cook. I have Allen, Coleman, and Kincaid with Hall, Pacheco, and Higgins. So you have all the Bills.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that, having all the Bills, although the end of the Bills schedule is pretty amazing. Have you seen it?
I have not. I'm pulling it
It's
up right now
bet
because I
him
need to
for
see what you're
MVP.
doing.
That last
Ooh,
he
that's
was good. Why don't you read out the
okay.
last 4 games for Josh Allen?
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Starting week 14, they get the Rams, the Lions, the Patriots, and then the Jets. So bam, bam, bam. Jets are probably giving up. Bam.
Don't they have the Jets, Patriots, Jets at the end?
They do, but I mean, you're not playing. A lot of leagues aren't playing week 18.
True, but I'm saying for MVP. I'm saying
No,
like
yeah. For MVP, yeah.
you finish up the year Jets,
Yeah, make some noise
Patriots,
with
Jets,
Lamar. Yeah,
the Jet sandwich.
yeah,
Like that's
yep.
pretty good, man.
Aaron Rodgers is just
Plus
crying into
270.
his oatmeal.
Totes my goats here. Hey
That's fine.
guys, pick one from each to start. Olave, Waddle, Jennings, Dobbs, and Bigsby, ATN, Tracy, or Jacob. So pick a group. One guy from you can't start Jennings because he's on a bye. Probably Olave as long as Carr is back.
And it's going to be Jacobs because I don't know if ETN plays. Tracy's got
Definitely
he's in concussion protocol. He's out.
Definitely
this week,
Jacobs
so.
because Willis is going to be playing.
That also we need to bring that up too. Tracy being in concussion protocol. If anybody's dropped Devin Singletary, he's probably the workhorse this week and a wonderful matchup.
By the way, thank you, Devin Singletary, 3 for 3 on my Monday Night Football bets last night and the parlay.
5 and 3 for 3 on Betting Pros, baby.
Hope you were trailing me yesterday.
The over Jalen Warren 7.5 carries at plus money was a wonderful thing.
I got the under 31.5 on Singletary, the over 56.5 on Pickens, and then the anytime sack for TJ Watt. So that was pretty easy.
I had the over rushing yards for Najee Harris. It was lovely to see that hit before
3.5 to 1 in that parlay. Those 3 things together is easy money. GR half PPR drop Dell or Worthy for Tillman. Worthy probably first.
Worthy.
Yeah, which is sad, but whatever. Brian Mott. Hi, fellas. Full PPR. Who should I start? Wide receiver 3, Marv, JSN, or Waddle. Pick one from the flex. Connor, Chuba, Dobbins. Love you guys. Bye. All right.
It's like the Homer gif. Like
I'm playing Marv. I'm hoping
yeah, go on Marv.
The corner here.
There you go, Marv.
And
then another single high team. It's Marv.
Pick one flex from Connor, Chubb, Dobbins.
It's Connor. It's easy Connor.
All right. Easy
Connor's
Connor.
a bell cow.
There you go, everybody.
Playing out of his mind.
Connor. All right. What about Doza? Do I trade CMC and Devontae Adams for Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, and Downs?
Done.
To get Derrick Henry? Yeah, I'm good.
Done. Just done.
You know, I love Derrick Henry.
I mean, you got one side that could be hurt and washed, and the other side is nothing but upside.
Nothing but upside, baby. Nothing but upside. All right, let's get to the next question here. It's from Ryan. Do I drop Dowdle or Hopkins for Downs or Tillman?
You drop Dowdle and you pick up Downs.
Okay. By the way, if we don't get to your question, don't panic. Everything's going to be okay. Instead, you have to go over to my playbook and make sure you go ahead and you download my playbook wherever you get your, hold on a second, let me take that off of there. There we go. Make sure you download my playbook, use the waiver assistant. Again, it'll help you get ahead of your league mates, pick up the guys you need for your roster. It's free to sync your leagues, so you can use all the amazing tools. Just go to fantasypros.com/myplaybook or download it wherever you get your apps. Again, the waiver assistant, one of the many tools the suite of tools in my playbook that will help you dominate all of your leagues. Let's go to Megan's question here. Thanks for being patient, Megan. Hold or drop Pop Douglas. I'm good dropping him if there's something better on the waiver wire.
I'm fine with dropping him.
Next up, Justin. Hey guys, thoughts on dropping McMillan for Diontae Johnson? Yes.
Easily.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Next on Luxio, Kraft or Ingram available. Who is the best rest of season? Ingram, because there's nobody else to throw the ball to, basically. Besides,
I agree. I mean, to be honest, I think you pick up both of them, considering the state of the tight end position, and you play matchups. Fair. But yes, Ingram over Kraft.
New York. Hey guys, should I drop McMillan for Legette or Elijah Moore? For Elijah Moore for me.
I would drop him for Legette.
Better offense. Look, I know you love talent, but you got to understand the ecosystem sucks, man. If the quarterback can't facilitate, you can't get fantasy points.
I get that, but Elijah Moore has proven over a long enough amount of time that he is not good, dude.
I understand.
One week is not changing.
It's not 1 week now. It's 2 weeks.
How? He got 6 catches for 40 the last game before
that. Double-digit PPR points.
I get that, but that's not good.
I know it's not Bo Nix points. We all can't score as many points as Bo Nix.
I'm just trying to speak the truth, Joey. Come on, Bo Nix.
Ryan S. A Pros, pick up Tillman or Downs. Tillman first, then Downs.
Downs.
Pat Magooch. Ayo, DJ
Magooch!
Joey B. Pick one quarterback to drop, Darnold or Geno. I'll drop Darnold because Geno just keeps throwing balls. What is this? Sean Stellato could be a good Halloween costume. Who's that?
Who is that? I got to Google this. I don't even know who the heck that is.
I don't know if you know who this is. Sean.
Like an Entourage character or something?
I don't know.
Seth, help me out here. I don't even know who the heck that is. Am I supposed
American
to know who it
sports agent. Oh, no, that's the Italian guy. I didn't know his name. It's the guy, Tommy DeVito's agent.
It's Tommy D's agent.
I did a video about this guy last year.
Yeah, that would be good. Uncle Joey as a sport agent.
Marinara sauce, this guy.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know the name. I'm sorry.
I didn't know his name.
I'll pull the Shaq gif out here. I was unfamiliar with your game, sir. I'm sorry.
Stellato. Hey, you go.
Yeah, I didn't know the. I didn't know yet.
Go to my TikTok, Fantasy Pro Joe. There's a funny video on there about that if you want to see it. I did it. It's very good. Mr. Mitchell dropped Chris Schuster. Oh yeah, I'm huge on the TikTok. Big influencer.
Dancing?
Juju or Allen Lazard for Downs. Doesn't matter.
Drop both of them.
Lazard, probably.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Honestly, just drop both of them and pick up Downs.
One plays with Patrick Mahomes. The other plays with an old quarterback who's washed up. Flame Hawk 100, drop JMO for Downs. I think we did that one. So you're not doing that anyway. GR, drop Worthy for Tillman. Yes.
Sure. Yep.
Easy.
Done with that.
Wait, was there a second part of that one? Oh, yeah. Bowers for also drop Kelsey or Bowers for, I assume you mean
for Otten. No.
Why?
You're not dropping. No.
No. Why?
I don't mind you picking a bot and to trade him, though. I don't mind that, but you're not dropping either one of your tight ends to do that.
Do I drop any one of these? Downs, Dowdle, Bucky, Tracy, or Shakir for Tillman and Coleman? Yes. You drop Bucky and Shakir. That's what I'm dropping.
Yeah, I'm with that.
That's easy enough. Oh, we got big spender here. Alert. Majin Mike.
It's not Canadian either.
It's not. This is the real stuff right here. No loonies and toonies around these.
Although we do take Canadian. We're not going to say that we don't.
Take Canadian. We take yen. We take euros. Whatever you got, we'll take
everything.
Hey, bros.
Monopoly money. I'll take that.
Thanks for the cousins call over Jaden call. How would you rank these players rest of season on the waiver wire? Tillman, McConkey, Kate Otten. That would be my order.
I'll put McConkey over Tillman, but it's close. And then Kate Otten.
They just don't throw enough for me. And Winston's going to sling the ball.
Kate Otten could actually be second on this list. It kind of depends on what you have at tight end.
And would you drop Ray Davis for two of them? Yes. But I want Tillman. I want Tillman.
You have Pitts at tight end. I still think that you could pick up Kate Otten.
Real quick, go through the reasoning again for people who maybe didn't see yesterday. Again, if we're going to temper expectations and look at Tillman too, what are the hurdles for him going forward in terms of like the defenses he's facing? Because I know that's a big one too.
Yeah, really, that's what it comes down to, Joey. He's got upcoming here. He's got the Chargers, who have actually fielded a good secondary. The Saints are a wonderful matchup for him. But then he gets the Steelers, the Broncos, the Steelers. So you're looking at Joey Porter Jr., Patrick Surtain, Joey Porter Jr., then the Chiefs, who are shut down against perimeter wide receivers. It doesn't kind of lighten up until he gets the Bengals. Then he gets the Dolphins and the Ravens. The Ravens was week 18, so it's probably not helping you. So, the rest of the season schedule for Tillman is not great. You hit a really, really tough patch there weeks 12 through 14. And so if you're pushing for the playoffs, honestly, Tillman could be a really, we haven't talked about that too, Joe. Like he could be a really good sell high depending on which.
Oh, he absolutely is.
I look at him as best as these could be the two best games of the season for him. Not that
because now everybody knows, so now everyone's gonna count for you.
Yeah. So you already picked him up, and you were listening to us last week or the week before. This might be a good time for you to just get out.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. All right, because again, you got him for nothing. Like if we were talking about
you got him for nothing. You're not chasing turn him into, you were listening.
You could turn him into Nick Chubb. Like maybe you want to do that. Hi again. Trade Pollard and Diontae Johnson for Josh Jacobs. I think it's a little too much for Jacobs, but I'm not a Jacobs guy. Debro might say yes. What do you think? Pollard and Diontae for Jacobs? I think it's too much.
I think it's too much, but it also depends on your team.
GR, another half PPR. Drop Kelsey or Bowers for Otten. No,
GR. Don't do that.
Stop it. Stop doing
that. Don't do that. You pick him up, that's fine, and trade him.
Diontae Odunze for Waddle and Eckler.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I mean, Waddle is facing Tyreek Hill 30% target share every single week.
Misha Morph. Guys, love the show. Thanks, Misha.
Hey, thanks, Misha.
Who do I get? Pittman, Judy, Coleman, Legette, or Tillman? I like Pittman number 1.
And then Tillman. And well,
Tillman,
yeah, and then Tillman and then Coleman.
2A or whatever. Judy's by far behind those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could drop Eckler.
And you drop Eckler easy. Yep.
All right, let's go to your boy Dev. Trade Diontae, Pollard, Ladd for Nico and Pitts. Yes.
Yes.
The best player in the deal.
Done.
The best player
Auto accept. Bam.
Let's go.
You accept it so hard.
Let's go. Here's one from Nick. My dogs. What's happening?
Nick?
PPR dropped Christian Watson, Jennings, and AR for Tillman, Ridley, and Coleman.
Yep.
You heard he did this. That's pretty good. Have Lamb, Waddle, and Neighbors. Nice. That's good job.
Appreciate y'all. The punctuation with y'all. I love it.
I was going to point this out about Nick. Nick super chatted just to brag.
Hey, flexing is flexing, okay? This is a good,
this
is a safe space for all the flexing you want to do.
I like this a lot. Really. Yep. Well done, Nick.
Well done. Bravo, Nick.
Very proud of you.
Let's go.
Avram, the person gets, and then like when I make too many bets on FanDuel and it starts to pop up, you should slow down. Avram, maybe this is going to happen.
Is that every week?
Otten or Hawkins, pretty much. Otten or Hawkinson, half PPR rest of season.
Otten.
All right.
When we talk, when does the ramp up happen fully for Hawk, Joey? I mean,
I agree. Otten's on the field. I agree.
3-4 weeks. It's
drop Tank for Tracy rest of season.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Depending on your wide receivers. Tracy's a RB1, top 15 guy if he's got that role.
Question. Trade St. Brown and B-Rob for Debo and Hall. Nope. The Jets are a sinking ship.
I'm not doing it only because Debo has got another injury. Not only is it pneumonia, but he went out last week with a shoulder injury.
Debo's just always hurt. He's always been hurt.
He's always hurt, dude.
Seasons, and we can't by the way, again, the Jets win total 6.5.
One of the best skills is availability, man.
Best ability.
Can't score points if he's out.
Do you want to hear the rest of the Jets season? Can we do this for a second?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. I'm ready for the dumpster fire. Light it, man.
The
kerosene.
So they have they're 2 wins. They have 2 wins right now. They have their win total is 6.5 right now. I bet the under. Here we go. Tell me where the win is. All right. Houston.
No.
Arizona. Maybe.
No.
Indianapolis. Maybe. Now with Flacco.
No.
Bye week. They probably won't lose then.
No.
Seattle.
Well, they'll try.
Seattle at home. They're against Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle.
Miami. In Miami.
No. I'm taking Miami.
At Jacksonville.
There's a win.
Rams at home.
Loss.
At Buffalo.
Loss.
Miami.
Bad loss. Loss.
There you go.
3-win team, and Aaron Rodgers goes and sulks in a cave and retires.
Maybe 5 if everything breaks right. 6.
I'm sorry, Jets fans.
7.
I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers did this to you, not me. Don't get mad at me. He did.
It was good.
Your GM and / head coach.
I want Stafford, Jeffrey next week for sure.
Yeah, Stafford. All the weapons.
He's also got more long-term appeal. Yep. Because Flacco could crap out in 2 weeks. That's in the range of outcomes.
Here's the other thing about the Rams. They're sneaky enough team. I'd already betted on betting pros for them to take the NFC West. They were plus 1,000. So that division is definitely up for the taking.
Albert, trade Cup for Garrett Wilson and Chuba. No, I want Cooper Kupp. He's the best player in the deal.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Sorry.
No.
Chuba's not going anywhere, and
Chuba's best days are behind him.
Yeah, it's not good
for this season.
Start both White and Irving. I've got ATN, Brooks, and Warren. I would start White and Warren next week. Oh, he can't start on this one. I'm sorry. Warren's on a bye. Sorry.
Yeah, he's on a bye. So, you are starting.
I guess you have no choice. Yeah, I guess you're kind of no choice without a paddle.
Yeah.
Romeo and Joliet, Winston or Flacco rest of season?
Flacco, considering the horrible schedule we just laid out for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a good point too. If you have Winston in some of those super flex leagues, this could be like the peak time with all these guys.
So you're waiting for me to trade him to you in flex league? That's what I heard.
No. Nope.
I'll give him to you. It's okay.
There is a trade cooking in flex league right now. So
I saw that. We will discuss more. I had to say no to what you sent me, but we will.
No, not that. Not with you. Somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. All of us
Oh.
behind the scenes trying to, catch up.
Oh,
to
take down the king.
Mr.
All I gotta say is
15-1.
if you coming for the king, you best not miss.
And you
What am I,
to
15 and 1 in that league, Joey?
15-1. It's unbelievable.
It feels so
And I'm in
good.
I'm in 4th place or tied for 3rd or something like that.
Yeah, but you still got a beast of a team, dude.
Oh, I do. I love my team. Dude, I lost by a point this week because Mason is a
I
loser.
know, because Mason went out.
It's so frustrating, man.
That sucks.
And I did have Higgins
Just
last
to see
minute.
Gorindo sit here and put up the rest of the stat line you needed.
But I'm loving life now because now I got Joe Flacco back at quarterback. The conference of Joes met, and we all decided Joe Flacco needs to be back. Just think about it, too. Jameis Winston.
Is there a meeting of the Joes that I have not like?
I'm just saying,
Joe Flacco, G.I. Joe, like who else?
Don't be shocked if next year in the draft, some of these boring ass pocket passer quarterbacks from some of these smaller schools start getting some better looks. Because as you start to see the Winstons and the Flaccos and the Sam Darnolds and some of these other guys have success, and some of the guys like Anthony Richardson and some of the guys like Bryce Young and some of these other like quote unquote more athletic quarterbacks, not everybody's Jaden Daniels or Lamar Jackson. Like those guys don't grow on trees. Jalen Hurts has been very good too. Some of them have not. And you might see a reaction where all of a sudden the league starts to look a bit more for that Phillip Rivers type quarterback again, and
I will
there's nothing wrong
definitely
with
tell
that.
you right now, and this is only based off of watching Alabama film last year. Any comparisons you hear this prospect season of Jalen Milroe to Jalen Hurts, auto unfollow whoever you're listening to because they are bad and they are wrong.
Milroe is not good. He's not a quarterback. I don't think
he's not great. No, I don't disagree with you.
No.
Jalen Milroe would be the last draft class's Jordan Travis. That's all it is.
All right, let's try to go through a couple of these. Vince, QB to drop, Darnold, Tua, or Caleb Williams, who's low man of the totem pole.
Darnold.
All right, let's go Stafford or Flacco. I think we did that already. It's Stafford. Let's go to Nick's question here. Seemed like a good idea. Thanks for the help and the laughs. Baker.
We're here for, baby.
That's what we're
not
here
having
for.
fun.
Is Fields a hold? I'm still holding Fields. I was not blown away.
And Superflex is a hold. I mean, in one QB, I think you can make the case to drop him, considering what Russ did last night in the upcoming schedule.
Fetty, DK Neighbors, Madison for Justin Jefferson. If you could pull that off, good for you.
If you can pull that off, congrats. Madison is literally a nothing piece.
There you go, everybody. All right, don't forget, make sure you try something new. Go play the Knockout Fantasy game. It's available right now in the comments. Sign up today. It's new. It's different. It's a good time. It's a Survivor Challenge meets fantasy football. And again, sign up today for the Knockout. Also, don't forget, Trophy Smack, Wall Smack giveaway. Drop your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell till it goes ding. And the Trophy Smack, Wall Smack can be yours. And the Waiver Assistant here to help you at all times find the right players for your teams. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Derek Brown, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Happy hunting on the waiver wire.
The truth. Is that your wrestling name?
Joe Flacco is going to take the Colts to the playoffs.
And they'll hate it
second year in a row. And Shane Steichen
in the 20s.
made the playoffs with Minshew and Flacco.